The etymological evolution of addiction. The term addiction has had many meanings throughout history, including devotion to a deity and attachment. As a verdict, a civil magistrate could sentence a bankrupt debtor to addiction in Roman and Middle Ages law, forcing them to work for a master to repay debts. Thus, the addictus was an enslaved person because of unpaid debts. According to an ancient myth, after his owner liberated him, the slave addictus continued to walk the countryside in shackles since he didn't know how to live without them. The Latin words addictus and addictio are derivatives of the Latin phrase addicere, which means to deliver or give up. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, English-speaking countries have used the words addict and addiction since the early 16th century in the sense of being attached to something by one's inclination or being self-addicted to a habit. In the sense of attachment to a substance or a compulsion to continue using a drug due to previous use, the term addiction was not widely used medically until the 20th century. The American Psychiatric Association deleted the term addiction in 4 different DSM-3 versions. The DSM-5 finally recognized behavioral addiction as a diagnostic entity for the first time. However, abuse use disorder has replaced the diagnosis of addiction in many clinical settings, categorized as mild, moderate, or severe. Because of stigmatization of addiction, the term continues to have a shameful reputation. Nevertheless, businesses profit from its use as the name of products and companies themselves, like shoe and lingerie stores, motorcycle apparel, pet food, and men's underwear. Stigmatizing addictive behavior and harshly treating people who have a drug or alcohol issue may impede their attempts to seek treatment. For example, using terminology such as addict accomplishes little to alleviate the stigma and discrimination associated with drug usage and addiction. The first step in reversing stigma's harm is to speak in human-first terms. Utilizing terminology such as substance abuse rather than substance use disorder may perpetuate stigma. While the word addiction has grown to include behaviors like sex addiction and internet addiction, among other compulsive and addictive behaviors, the reality remains that addiction is a severe disorder that many individuals cannot overcome without professional assistance. If you struggle to function and maintain control of your life and substance use, speak to an addiction expert today.